Good morning, everybody. It is February 18th. I have 10 days till I meet up with my friend Georgia. Um, really getting excited to get to the AT. I figure it's about 40 miles from where I'm gonna start hiking today to the end of the Pinotti Trail. I hope that will take me about 5 days to do. I think. Um, so then I'll be hiking on the Benton Mackay Trail. I was wandering around this area yesterday, and I found a shoe, Crocs. So I got a new pair of Crocs. These guys have a good tread on the bottom. My older ones are basically smooth on the bottom. These are size 10s. My old ones were 11s. Normally, I'll tell people to get hiking shoes that are bigger than their feet, but whereas Crocs are rubber, and I still have plenty of room in my toes, like probably half an inch in my toes. So I'm thinking that with a shoe that fits better, I might be able to get. I'm not like sliding around. In the 11s, I felt like I was sliding around, and I'm fine with 11 boots. But I think these will do good. We'll see. We'll have to see. But I think these will do good once I'm back on trail. So, there's a Waffle house just up the street that I'm gonna go have breakfast in. And I will text somebody texted me last night saying that they could do shuttles. So I'm gonna text them and see about getting a shuttle this morning. I do have to. God, I got hiccups. I do have to stop somewhere and get some food before I hit the trail. Trail food, I mean. So I will do that. And I will talk to you later. Hey everybody, I'm back on trail. I just got a ride through the 26-mile road walk through Dalton. I did maybe a mile of it before the ride got to where I was and picked me up. I've got 47 miles to the end of the Pinotti Trail. So I'm going to be hiking. I'm taking a minute to filter some water right there and to eat before hiking up and over this first mountain. I'm trying the Smart Bowls barley with beans and tuna, tomato basil. The flavor is okay. Personally, this is the third one I've tried of these, and my favorite is this one over here. The Smart Bowls spicy pepper. It's not that spicy. It's maybe a 1 on the spicy meter for me, but it's got the best flavor, and I'm gonna put the tomato basil on a wrap and munch on it before hiking up and over this mountain. It's about 1.5 miles to another water site with a campsite, so I'll get there. 1.7 is where it says in the far out, so I'll get there and I'll reassess and see how far I want to push today. I've got 10 days till I meet my friend Georgia, so we'll see what happens. Alright, so I stopped down there next to a little stream for my break, and I started walking, and I came across this almost immediately. So I figured I'd show it to you, whatever it is. Some sort of Pinotti Trail marker. Slab of rock. Says, here the Pinotti Trail enters the Blue Ridge Mountains, 300 miles north of the trail's southern end near Flag Mountain, Alabama. 2 miles to major points to the north. Benton Mackay Trail, 39 miles. Springer Mountain, southern end of the Appalachian Trail, 109 miles. Clingman's Dome, 308 miles. Potomac River, 1,128 miles. Katahdin, 2,295 miles. 94 miles now because it's a mile shorter. Although it might be a little farther. I don't know when this was created. Oh, May 2014, so who knows. But the Appalachian Trail changes every year. In 2008, the Conservation Fund purchased this 58 acres with funds from Fred and Alice Standback. Thank you, Fred and Alice. In 2014, the U.S. Forest Service acquired the land and water funds and a donation of value by the Conservation Fund. The Georgia Pinotti Trail Association built the trail along a route blazed by Marty Dominey. The United States Forest Service built the trail on adjoining U.S. land. Director of the GPTA 2008 to 2014, Mike Dillard, Marty Dominey, Conrad Fernandez, Mike Leonard. It's a beautiful day today. Not a cloud in the sky. Temperature's right about, I don't know, 50 maybe. My app says 45, but whatever. Still didn't get a thermometer. I will make a point of doing that while I'm in, before I start on the Appalachian Trail. Wow. Really pretty. There's some light wispy clouds, but according to my weather app, high chance of rain on Thursday. That's 4 days from now, so I probably, if it pours on me, I probably won't hike that day. Like I said, I want to take a couple days. I'm going to go slow through this section. I do have some new shoes. Well, they're still Crocs. I'm considering hiking the whole trail in Crocs this year. The whole Appalachian Trail. It's been done. And I'm considering it. But we'll see what happens. I'll talk to some shoe guys when I get to Nails Gap, probably. Okay, so I just hiked up this trail right here. Clearly a trail, well maintained. And I get to this corner. And this is so weird. We've got a trail here that goes that way. And we have a trail on the other side that goes that way. And I'm going to have to pull out far out and figure out where I assume I'm somehow got off trail. I just don't know how. But I'm going to put my phone away so I can get up there without hurting myself. Alright, I think the trail goes that way. I don't know how I ended up down there instead of up on here, though. That's really bizarre. Well, pretty sure the trail goes this way. But I'm going to have to pull my phone up. Nope, there's a Pinhoti symbol. That's weird. I don't know how I ended up off trail. At least I managed to make it back to the trail, though, right? Alright, according to far out, I picked the right direction, and I am still on trail. So, let's see how far I go today. There's supposedly a really nice campsite in about a mile. I'm carrying a lot of food right now. That's probably where I'll call it at night. So I got some interesting mushrooms here. I don't know what kind they are, but it's got gills on the bottom. I don't know enough about mushrooms to eat wild mushrooms, so I'm not going to be trying them. But it would be interesting to know what they are. And then I think these white ones are false turkey tail, but I don't know what those brown ones are. I managed to scoop some water from this little tiny waterfall here. The front one, not the one in the back. Although the one in the back would have been fine too. But I crawled over these rocks here, and I was able to get the water from that little waterfall. Filtering. This is my camp for the night. Gotta filter a couple liters of water, and then make dinner. And I'm gonna go through my food bag. I don't have any idea how much food I actually hiked out with, so I'm gonna go through my food bags, and try to estimate how much food I've got. I'm about 37 miles from the northern terminus of the Pinhoti Trail. I figure it'll take me a few days to do. And then I'll be meeting my friend Georgia on the 28th. So I think what is going to end up happening is that I'm going to end up getting to the Pinhoti Trail end, hiking to a road, hitching into the nearest town. Hopefully it's a road that has hitching possibilities. And then I will call her up and tell her where I am, and she will come and get me. Yeah, I keep thinking I'm hearing voices up on this hillside somewhere, but I think it's just an optical illusion with the river. Or maybe there's campsites somewhere else on the river and I'm hearing voices echo down from other campsites. The ground here was pretty rocky, and I haven't been in my tent. Usually I try to lay down where I'm going to set my tent up before I set up my tent so I can make sure that it's comfortable. But since there's only really one location I didn't do that. So I got my tent set up. And it's going to have to work for tonight because I'm tired and hungry. Alright, so I got my food all spread out. I'll show you what I got. The other day on trail, I found these two torque gel packs. They're completely sealed. They were on the ground in the middle of the trail. I picked them up, and I figure, I guess I'll experiment. I'll try them because they're sealed. They're completely sealed. So I guess I'll squeeze them out and see what they're all about. I doubt it's anything I'll ever buy, but I don't look free food in his mouth. So yeah, I'll be eating these eventually while I'm out here. Even if they're gross, well, they're free. So I've got some chocolate. I've got 2 things of pepper jack cheese. I've got 5 darkest spicy pepper rice and bean bowls. I've tried a couple different flavors. I like these the best out of the ones I've tried. I've got 8 protein kind breakfast bars. 4 are peanut butter dark chocolate, and 4 are dark chocolate. I've got a bag of goldfish. I've got Bob's Red Mill granola. I've got a package of tortillas and a jar of peanut butter. I've got 6. Actually, I have 8 eggs. I forgot about these. I've got 2 more eggs in here. These are a different company, or not a company at all, but Steven's wife, the gentleman that the trail angel that paid for me to stay at the Red Roof Inn, his wife gave me 2 eggs. She actually gave me 3, but I already ate 1. These eggs are special because they have double yolks. So they've got more protein than normal. So I've got 8 eggs. I've got 4 packets of ramen. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packets of mashed potatoes. I've got 1 packet of teriyaki noodle north sides. Might be the best north side in my opinion. It's better than the ones overseas even. I've got 6, 12. I'll eat these hot dogs today, along with one of those potatoes and a packet of ramen. I'm going to make a ramen bomb. I'll put some of the cheese in that as well. So we'll mix probably the Idaho and mashed potatoes, because I like the Betty Crocker more. So mix this, and this, these 2, and some of the pepper jack cheese into my pot. Boil the water, mix it in, stir it around. I'm also going to have an egg, but I'll have that with some salt. Over here, this is my spice packets. I still have a little bit of basil left. I have quite a bit of smoked This is smoked paprika that I got at the. I got all of these from the Hanover Co-op in New Hampshire, in Hanover, New Hampshire. So this is organic smoked paprika. This is, well, the label doesn't matter. It had garlic in it originally, but now I put my salt in it. This is pink Himalayan salt. Let's see what else I have. A little bit of parsley left. My mom gave me this. She grew it in her garden. And I have something else. Oh, I have an empty bag that used to have chili in it. And then I have some, these are spice packets that are like, I can mix into plain ramen noodles to have ramen flavoring. So, at some point I'll use that for something. And then I have some nutritional yeast here. That also came from the Hanover Co-op. So that's all the food I've got to get me 8 days. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so one more item that I missed from when I was going to my food bag. These are sun-dried tomatoes that I dehydrated at my mom's house before I started the hike. When I first started, this bag was full, but it's almost empty now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 8 pieces left. That's probably 2 meals, maybe 3. So I put 3 pieces into the pot with my hot dogs. I'm gonna rehydrate. I'm gonna bring this to boil. Then I'll add a little more water in, so it's got enough water for my mac, or for my ramen bomb. So when I was in town, I went to Chick-fil-A and I got some sweet and spicy sriracha. So I'm gonna add this into the ramen bomb rather than using my sriracha, because I'm almost out, and it's really sad because I don't know where I'll be able to find any more of this in Atlanta. Hopefully I will, because this is really my favorite spicy, spicy. But if I can't, I can't. So I'll do my best. I'm going to sprinkle some of this smoked paprika and salt on these eggs and eat them while I'm waiting for my food to cook. I'm carrying a small pocket sheath knife. It's got a little plastic sheath that I could theoretically hang over my neck. But this is what I use to open any packages I have. Practice knife safety. One thing I like about this knife is because it doesn't have a sharp tip. I don't have to worry about like ripping open a hole in my pack or something with it. When it's not. And sometimes I carry it in my pocket, but sometimes I carry it, or sometimes I carry it. I don't really ever use the sheath, although I keep the string on it because it makes it easier to find. But yeah, I either carry it in my pocket or my pack. But because I'm sure somebody will ask, I found this knife at Walmart for like $20. So, because I'm sure somebody will ask. So, I thought that High Point, Georgia was the high point of Georgia. You know, High Point Trail, I thought that was a high point in Georgia. But we have 2 3,000-foot climbs coming up in the next few days. So apparently, High Point, Georgia is not actually the high point. Funny that. Yeah, so I'm looking at the map. I was looking at far out. We've got 37.8 miles to the end of the Pinhoti Trail. If I can average 7 miles a day, then it'll take me 21, 28, 5 days? 6 days, something like that. And then the road is another 2 miles out, or 2.5 miles, something like that. Yeah, so, yeah, we'll have to keep pushing. We do have a rain event on Thursday. Don't know how big or how bad of a rain event that'll be. We'll have to keep an eye out. But I have no doubt that we can complete this. Of course, I'll have to come back and hike some 100 miles or so that I missed. Well, maybe not all of it. I'm not super enthusiastic about the road walks. But the rest of it, I'll try to come back and get to eventually. But the Appalachian Trail is where my focus is right now. I want to get there and get it hiked. Good morning. It is February 19th. It's about 8 o'clock. I'm just starting to get up. It's a little cold. Got down to about 25 last night. According to my app, obviously I don't know the exact temp. But that's one reason I am looking to get a thermometer when I get to Atlanta. Anyway, the point is I'm starting to get up, moving around. I've got to do 7 or 8 miles today to get to a good campsite. But at least part of the day will be hiking along forest roads, I think. It's a little hard to tell, but a lot of the comments are talking about more road walking for the northbounders. A lot of the comments in far out are talking about more road walking for the northbounders. So I think I got some forest roads coming up. Last night I was looking at the Appalachian Trail maps in far out, and discovered that I'm 28 miles as the crow flies, not directly on trail, obviously. But as the crow flies, I'm 28 miles right now from Springer Mountain, and I am 37 miles from the end of the Pinhoti Trail. So I thought that was funny. I thought I'd share that with you. I'm having a couple eggs for breakfast, and probably a spoonful of peanut butter. And then I'm gonna pack up and get going. This downside of camping next to a river is that I have to wade through the river first thing in the morning, so I'm not looking forward to that. But I will do it, and I will get on the trail pretty soon. Because I'm hiking with new shoes, well, new Crocs anyway. These Crocs have like this raised bumpiness that my feet aren't used to. So I don't know how far I'll actually get to go because this bumpiness is like. Well, yesterday it was hurting my feet. On the plus side, yesterday though, I did 2.4 miles road walking before I got picked up for the by Bill and his wife, and they brought me to the trailhead. So now and then I did another 2 miles. So I did about 4.5 miles yesterday, which is more than I thought I did. I didn't know I'd done that far on the road until I measured out the distance this morning. So yeah, I did 4.5 miles yesterday. Anywho, gonna finish breakfast, pack up, and hit the trail.